Chapter 2 Testing Technique. We have already seen black box testing. Based on your requirements, the things are tested, requirements are tested. And we have seen the technique of black box testing. The first was requirement based testing, second was boundary value analysis, third was decision tables, fourth was equivalence partition, or you can say equivalence class. Then you have state or graph based transition table. Then we studied about white box testing. We saw the static type and the pattern which followed in a static testing. Now we'll see about structural unit testing. Now structural unit testing is based on your three things. One is your unit or functionality testing. Let me read it out, then I'll explain. Second is code coverage testing, and third is code complexity. So first we'll see the code coverage. Now code coverage involves designing and executing your test cases. Okay, once your test cases are made, it involves the preparation required to collect your data and then executing them. That means you are testing them. Then find out the percentage of code that is covered by testing. Now here in the code coverage, your each and every LOC's line of code is being tested. Adopted a technique called instrumentation method. Now, code coverage is initially followed with four different techniques. You have a statement coverage, you have path coverage, you have condition coverage, and function coverage. Then you have statement coverage. Let me get into a statement coverage. Now, program constructs in most of your conventional programming language. Now here we don't have any like object oriented or function oriented or any other oriented language. We are just talking about your complete or a conventional, normal or traditional programming language. It includes, normally what it includes a sequential control flow. You have a two-way decision statement like if, then, else. Then you have a multi-way decision like switch. And you have a loops like while, do, repeat, until, and for. So this statement coverage checks or tests each and every line of code that how far this has been true. Then you have let me get back first. Okay, 4 points are very clear to you, but also statement coverage refers to writing test cases and that execute each of these programming statements. Then, section of code consists of statement that is sequentially executed, no branches inside the statement. Now, since this is a statement coverage, so that doesn't mean this will be test coverage of your loops or your decision or your for loop, while loop, whatever. This could be the plain like A is equal to B in initialize statement or any value assign statement, or A is equal to 0. This is initialize value like A is equal to 5 or something given variable to variable testing like A is equal to B, some sort of this statement. So two-way decision construction like if statement, then cover all the statements. So you take that statement for if and whatever that inside of the if, that considered as your statement. So don't get confused between your loops and your statements and your conditional branch, or you have a multi-decision. Choose your statement. You can do this at home also. Cover then and else part for the if statement. Now suppose if I say if A is equal to 0, if A is not equal to 0, then do this, return some function and then terminate, else then terminate. So that inside the curly bracket that has to be executed because this is a statement coverage. Multi-way decision construct like switch statement can be reduced to multiple two-way for if statements. You have certain rules to understand. Now, last we studied about boundary. The boundary conditions are also tested. Some loops are failed in the boundary condition. One of the common looping error is that termination condition of the loop is not properly stated. In order to make sure there is a better statement coverage, for a statement within a loop. Now, loop constructs in various forms like for, while, repeat, and so on, executing a set of statements repeatedly until a while conditions are met. Now, here is a formula given for the total statements, like statement coverage, how to choose it. Total statements, then divided by the total number of executable statements in a program. Like I have 100 statements exercised, okay, and out of that I have only 50 executable statements. Then those multiply by 100. That is my statement coverage. Now next will be my path coverage. Now path coverage, that means your code is split into a number of distinct paths. Okay, I end here. Till we'll see the path coverage, you can try your statement coverage at home. Enjoy your testing.